Hey guys, it's time for some multiplication, and we're going to do our multiplications very similar to how you would have done them back in primary school. Now, when you get multiple digits down the bottom of a multiplication, you start with the right-hand one, and you times this number with every single number on the top, and when you've done that, you move on to the second number on the bottom, okay? And then you do that each time as well. So what I'm going to do, we're going to start with this number here, and we're going to times it by this. So 1 times 1 gives us 1. 1 times 1 gives us 1. 1 times 0 gives us 0. 1 times 1, 1. And 1 times 1 gives us 1. Now we've dealt with that number, we can move on to the next one. So a couple of quick notes there. First of all, you see how neatly I've drawn these columns, because we're going to need that when you get really large questions. And when we get to the second number, we put in placeholder 0. Okay, so when we get to the third number, we're going to put in 2 placeholders. And you get to a fourth number, you put 3 placeholders, and so forth. So let's do this multiplication now. So 1 times 1, 1 times 1, 1 times 0, 1 times 1, and 1 times 1. Okay, now that I've done every single number on the bottom, it's time to add them all together. See, addition comes in every single time. So 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0 carry a 1, there's another 0 carry a 1, there's another 0 carry a 1, then we've got 3, so it's 1 carry a 1. That's 0, carry a 1. Okay, and that's our answer. Now to do a quick check on that, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So this is 24, 26, 27 times by 3. Let's do that. Let's go 3 times 7 is 21 and 3 times 2 is 60. Add them together, you get 81. And to check our bottom number here, that's a 64. That's a 16 and that's a 1. 64 plus 16 is 80 plus 1 is 81. So there you go. So this works out perfectly fine. So that's a pretty easy question when it comes to multiplication. Here's one that's a little bit harder. And this is the last one for the video. I don't want to go any further than this, otherwise it might get a bit tedious. So you might have noticed every time we get a 1, we're simply repeating the top number. And that's exactly what you do. Every time we get a 1 on the bottom here, we're going to repeat the top number. So for this one here, I'm going to go 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. And that's him done. I get to this number here, I put 1 placeholder, and then we go through each number again. So 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 0 is 0, 0 times 1 is 0, 0 times 1 is 0, 0 times 0 is 0, and 0 times 1 is 0. Now you'll notice that that was as tedious as can be. You don't actually really need to do that. But the reason I suggest you do it is you need to keep track of each number that you've dealt with. You need to keep track of each placeholder, okay? So this one's going to have 2 placeholders on it, all right? And then lots of zeros. If we do that again, done. Now we're on this one, we've got 3 placeholders, and then we repeat the top number. So the 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Just gave myself enough room there, didn't I? Whoa, that was a crappy line. Okay, so let's add all these up. So that's lots of zeros, that's lots of zeros, that's a 1, that's a 1, that's a 0, that's a 0, carry the 1, that's a 0, carry the 1, and that's a 1, and that's a 1. And there we go. So that's how you perform binary multiplication. I hope that helps you out, guys. And I'll see you in the next video where we're going to do some division, which is probably the hardest one in the lot. So I'll see you there.